This is lesson 23 of the Virtuoso method with Bernard Kitchens, and is December 5th, 2014. And we're going to begin again in Methodology Book 4, Lesson 1, Rhythm Exercise 1, and page 4. So go ahead and pick any two notes you want and count and stay constant, and let's play through.
Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Keep going. That was good. Keep going.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Again.
that line, whole line?
Yep.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yep. Start again with line 4. Let's see if you can get from there to the end.
One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Nice. Let's go to page 5. Now we're still trying to make the whole page. Maybe you'll get it. We'll see.
There we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yeah. Slow it down a bit. Start again at the top.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Okay. Sorry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, go again from the top. Very good.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4.
Yep, go again from the top.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Slow it down slightly.
1 and 2 and
A little faster than that, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yes, that was good.
Like that?
Yes.
1 and 2 and we'll kind of fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4.
Again, from the top, not bad.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Good. Line 4. Start line 4. See if we can get from there to the end.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Faster than that, though.
And 3 and
Still that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2, 1 and 2 and
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
You're slowing down again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3.
Not bad. Let's do it one more time. That was better.
1 and 2.
No.
From the top?
From the fourth line.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 5.
Yeah, just those last two are right together. Go again. Not bad.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Just keep your count constant. You're wavering a little bit, and that will definitely throw you off.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah. Count louder. Count stronger.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3.
Close. Again, count strong.
1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Even louder. Count ridiculously loud right now.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Okay. All right. Let's go to exercise 4. So slow it down a bit, but again, if you make a mistake, fix it right there and just keep going. Don't stop at the end of lines.
One and 2 and
Both hands,
3.
though, both hands.
Oh, let's forget that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 1 and 2.
Nope. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3.
Don't slow down. Keep your count.
And 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Keep going.
1 and 2.
Ah, you're going higher, so go again. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Yes, don't stop counting.
3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
Keep counting. Louder.
And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Go again from the top. Not bad.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
Keep counting.
And 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3.
What's that measure again?
That would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 4.
I wasn't timing that, but that was by far the best you've done on that page. Very few mistakes, almost constant, so much improved. All right, let's go to song 7. So, new song. And so the first thing is to just tell me which hand positions are in the right hand and left hand.
Okay, the left is going to be the red hand position.
Okay.
And the right is red-orange.
Okay, make sure you're in red-orange.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and if you look down on the last line in the right hand and you see what's called a tied note.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a tied note before?
Yes.
Okay, so just to say it, basically when a note is tied, you've got that curved arc of a line, and it's the length of both of those notes combined. And it's like saying that in this case, if we have 4 beats per measure, and a whole note is 4 beats, it's really like saying 4 plus 4 is the same thing as 8. So like in mathematics, if in parentheses you put 4 plus 4 and then you put equals 8, they're equivalent. And that's the idea. So instead of having a unique note for a count of 8, you end up manufacturing it through addition. And that's true of all tied notes. So whatever the base values are, it's like saying x plus y equals whatever.
Okay.
And so that's how it works. So that's just an introduction to that. So get your hand positions up, count, and just the biggest thing on this piece, it's not that hard from a pitch standpoint. There's no syncopation. What's hard is to maintain the count for reasons that may not be obvious to you right away, but you'll probably come to light. Maybe not. Maybe you'll be perfect on this. We'll see. But anyway, constant count. Count strongly.
All right. So we go 1 and 2.
Wait, what? What's that first note again? You're not in the right hand is what hand position?
Oh, it's here.
There you go. Okay.
All right. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Same note in the right hand. You've got to pick that. Start again that measure.
Okay. So
2 of those red notes, right?
Yeah.
Keep counting.
So we go 1 and 2.
Same note. Red is twice.
Got you.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and
don't stop counting. You don't even have to look at that. Wait. You don't even have to look at your left hand. It's a pattern, right? Right. So just read the right hand and get it right.
So we go.
Don't hesitate. Try it again. Count louder.
Okay, so we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
What's that note in the right hand? What's that note in the right hand of the last measure?
Last measure?
Right hand, last measure is what? There you go. Good.
Okay.
Let's try the whole line again and see if you can keep from stopping. Mm-hmm. Good. Let's do it again. You're still having a few pauses. Again, you hardly have to read the left hand because it's just patterns. So see if you can make all those transitions and everything without stopping. Try again.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Keep going. Good. Okay, stop right there. Look at measure 3 of that line in the right hand. Put your right hand up. What's the first note of measure 3? What's the next note? What's the next note? And the next note? Okay, so you really don't have to read that. You can just, every 2 beats, you're just going up by 1 note in the right hand. So you can basically read the left hand right there. Do you see that?
Okay.
All right, so So let's start right there with measure 3, both hands, knowing that you can just focus on the left hand. Get your notes right. Left hand. What's your hand? There you go. Okay.
So good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Yeah, do it again. Let's see if you can get rid of the hesitation. You're just going 4 notes up in a row in the right hand. Three and hold it. 3 and.
No.
Yes. Yeah, 3 and count it and go.
So we go 3
and. That's a quarter note. 3 and. Okay, do it again. That's 2 measures.
1 3 and 4 and.
Yep, do it again. So the goal is to get rid of all the hesitations. So let's do it a couple times until you can do that. Yeah, better. You can still do better than that. Try again. Nice. Let's do the first 2 lines again, back to back. Don't stop. What's that again? Look ahead. Yeah, so when you've got that little bit, you can kind of memorize that last little bit and you can advance your eyes to the next line. Let's try it again, knowing that you can do that. Start again. What's that note again in the right hand?
That again?
Your right hand. What's that second note?
Second note in my right hand. Wait, it's here.
There you go. Okay, go again. Don't stop. Good. Let's do it one more time from the beginning. And then just keep going. Keep going. What? Keep the same speed that you were playing at. You just come in. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4.
1 and 2 and 3.
Ah, what's that note?
No,
Okay, go again. Start again. Right there.
1 and 2 and
Yeah, don't stop your count. It's just throwing you. You have to keep counting.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and wrong note.
Go. Keep going.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
What's that note?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Okay, start again. Right there. Same line. All you're doing is playing notes on 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes.
Nothing's coming in on the ands right there because it can't. All you have is quarter notes and half notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. One more time. That was perfect. But do it again and then keep going.
1 and
Don't stop.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
What's that last? Okay. Keep going. What is it? Again. Watch your rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3.
What's that note again?
That is.
Yeah, you're just going 4 ascending notes in a row in the right hand there. Go again.
1 and 2.
There's no eighth note there in the right hand. Which means that note has to come out on, that second note has to come out on what count?
2.
No, because you got a half note.
3.
Okay.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
What?
2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
What are those notes together?
Wait.
Uh-huh.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and there's a chord there. It's that.
So why do you think those last two lines seem so difficult? There's a lot less notes than the first two lines.
Let's see. There is a lot less notes, but there's some points where there's not something going on in both hands. Like if I'm playing on an and in the left hand or the right hand, then it makes it easier to kind of keep the
Exactly.
like something's supposed to fit in there.
Okay, exactly. So you have to be willing to just keep counting. That's why I'm saying the counting is so important. So you're using your count to fill up the space. You have to realize that.
Okay.
So your count has to be strong, as I stated, for that very reason. And because you have something playing on almost every eighth note in the first two measures, it feels like the bottom just dropped out once you get to line 3. But you can't let that fool you.
Okay.
Just have to keep going. So let's start again at line 3.
Okay, line 3.
And just realize it's very few notes. It gives you plenty of time to keep looking ahead. So that's what you got to do.
Okay, so we go 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
There's an 8.
Yeah, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Go. Good. Go.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
You did that. Now, if you have a red note, going to another red note, why shift to a different note? What's that last note?
What last note?
In the right hand. And what's the note previous to the last note? No, I mean, in measure 3 it's red. The last note of measure 2 is red.
Yeah.
Yeah, both times you shift it up. Don't do that. You don't even have to read the right hand anymore. You can go focus on the left hand. You just have to realize you're playing the same note. Let's do it again, starting at line 3.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
What's? Keep going.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
Yeah. No. Let's do the last line again. You just kept getting slower and slower and slower. And that's only going to make it harder. Because then you're really not focusing on the rhythm at that point, or you're just confusing the rhythm. Go again. Line 3, keep it line 4, keep it constant.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
Nope.
1 and 2 and 3.
Yep, start again. Don't slow down. You're gonna and remember, you're allowed to miss the pitches. Don't miss the rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Okay. Play those last 2 measures of the left hand. Why slow down? You got it. All you have to do is read the left hand. Play the left hand again. Just the last 2 measures.
last 2 measures.
Yeah, count it. Play it fast.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 4 and
Go again.
1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
End the chord. Again. Get it right. Here we go.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Okay. Do the last 2 lines again. Keep it constant. Nuh-uh.
1 and 2.
Go a little faster.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2.
What is that?
No. 1 and 2 and
Go
1
ahead.
and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
Keep going. Keep going.
1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
Don't slow down.
4 and moving.
Yeah, start again. Start again that third line. I mean the last line. The last line. Don't slow down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
What are those last two notes in the right hand there? What are those last two notes of that measure? Okay, start again. Last line. Don't slow down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Yeah, start again. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. Miss the notes. Don't slow down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
What's that last note in the right? What are those last two notes again in the right hand? Okay, go again. That was better though, because you kept the speed.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
What's that note again in the right hand? Go again. You'll get it. You'll get it. Go again. Good.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
What's that note again? It's all right. Do it again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
No slowing down there. That's all left hand. You can do that. You don't even have to read the right hand. No slowing down. Miss the notes, but keep your count going. Okay, do it again. It's like you see that big tide note there, and it's like, psychologically, it's like, oh, I slow down. It's like this, I don't know what you want to call it, but don't do it.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Ha, la, 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 la. You added in eighth notes there. Go again, but you got the right note.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
What's that?
Holding it.
Yeah, and what was that? You went up again on that last note in the right hand for some reason. Everything else was right. Let's do it again. You're close to getting it right.
One and 2.
Not too fast for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yeah, la, la, la. Remember, all you have to do is pick up your right hand and place it down. You don't have to read that next note. You can totally switch to your left hand at that point in thinking. Do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
1 and 2 and no.
Yes.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and.
There's no eighth notes there. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and.
All right, start again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Start again.
Oh.
It's all right. No frustration. You're going to get it.
1 and 2 and
you have to play again in the right hand? The right hand is done. It's all left hand.
Replay something.
Resist the urge. Go again.
Down. Okay.
No pausing. Just realize you're at the easiest part of the entire song, and you're allowing it to be bigger than it is. Okay.
One.
Yeah, start again. Don't lose your count.
One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
That's only one note in the right hand. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and
No. Start again.
Right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's all right. No worries.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, you're slowing down again.
Yes. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Where's that? Why don't you just need to pull your right hand off the piano at some point and get rid of it. Okay, go again.
Let me try it again.
Okay. That was better though.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
There you go. Let's do it one more time. That was good.
One and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, jeez. Now my count's off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
What's that again? Where's that rhythm? Those are just quarter notes there.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
and 4. There you go. Go again. It's so much easier than you're letting it be. And I understand that. It's not just you. That's everyone's difficulty with this song because you want to fill in the space. And you got to be comfortable with not.
Having something there.
Yep.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Nice. Let's do lines 3 and 4 now back to back. And remember, it really is that easy. Most of the time, you're not playing that much.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
What's that last note in the right hand?
It's
Go. Keep going now.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Ah, you're slowing down. You keep slowing down. Can't slow down. It's not going to help you.
start back at third line.
Okay.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's 1 note.
Yeah, and you're slowing down a little bit.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4.
What's that last? Go, go, go. Go, go.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and
3, 3. Start at 3. 3 and.
So we go
Right
here.
there. Go. 3.
3 and
Don't slow down. No, no, you can't slow down. You just have to.
3 and 4.
3 and. 3 and. 3. Start at 3. Go again.
3.
Note.
3 and 4.
Yeah, what's that note? 3.
Oops. 3 and 4 and.
And keep going. Start at 3 again.
Okay. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and.
Starting at 3 again. You can get this from right there. Go.
So we go.
Jump right in.
And 4. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Start again at 3.
3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and.
Okay, start at line 3 again. Just remember, if you make a mistake, you can start right there on that same beat. As soon as you recognize you make a mistake, don't have to go back to the beginning of the measure. Start right there as if it didn't happen. Okay.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So we
Jump in.
And 2 and
Do it again.
1. 1.
Don't slow down. Just do it. Just.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Do that measure again until you get that right, since you've hit that last note wrong almost every time. Let's do that like 5 times, that measure.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yep. And the wrong note on the left hand now. And try not to slow down. Or just don't slow down.
1 and 2 and
Again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And again.
That's where I'm having.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3 and.
Now just wait. I want you to look at the right hand. What are those last 3 notes?
The right hand. Last 3 notes are.
Get your finger in the right hand position though. Okay, they're just 3 notes in a row. So just don't jump again. It's just 3 consecutive notes.
Okay, so you go 1 and 2 and.
Don't stop.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Go again. Don't even read the right hand. Focus on the left hand on those last 2 notes, since it's 3 consecutive notes in the right hand.
Okay, so we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
There you go. And again, much better.
1 and 2 and 3 and.
3 consecutive notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, but you slowed down. Don't do that.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, you slowed down again on 4. Got the right note. You're too concerned about getting the right notes now, which I understand, but don't sacrifice the rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Good. Let me throw something out to you. And it's really interesting. Just some musical information. So where I'm at in San Diego, they have the University of California, San Diego here, which has one of the top music psychologists in the world named Diana Deutsch. And she wrote a book, Music Psychology, and it's a compilation of the most up-to-date work in the field on it. And it has, I mean, it's considered a major book in the field for a long time. And anyway, there's lots of psychological phenomenons that can come into music. One is that if you play the same pitch at different durations, over time, you can fool the listener into thinking you actually are playing a different pitch. So the length of the pitch can affect what you actually think the pitch is. The same thing goes with loudness. If you play it louder or softer, it can change the perception of the pitch. So this idea that if you're slowing down to get the right pitch, even if you get the right pitch, in essence, you're kind of fooling yourself that it might actually end up be something else in your mind. Even if physically you're playing the same pitch that you think you're playing, your perception of it could be different. So that's why keeping the rhythm is critically important. So even if you get the right pitch but the wrong rhythm, in essence, you're playing something else that's written anyway. Because the outcome, the total perception outcome, is something else than's written on the page. Okay? It's just food for thought. It's not, again, it's not there to say you're wrong. It's just saying that there is a perception to everything. I mean, it's like if you view a painting in light outside versus inside, natural light versus false light, you're going to perceive it differently. The colors are going to look different. Even though they're the physically same chemical compounds on the canvas, they're going to look different. The same thing is true of music in so many ways. You can perceive every aspect, whether it's rhythm, loudness, or pitch. You can fool the listener in so many different ways. You can fool yourself in so many different ways. And it's just something to really understand. So again, let's just try the measure. It's just an aside, but something to really think about.
One and 2 and 3 and 4 and I slowed down.
Yep. Good.
So we go again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Nice. Keep doing it. That was good. A few more times.
1 and 2 and 3 and sorry, one more.
Nice. All right, let's start at line 3 and go to the end. Count loud. Keep it constant.
1 and 2 and 3
Don't slow down. You're slowing down already. Start that line again. Just because you make a mistake does not mean you have to slow down. Ah, you're slowing down again. Do it again. Same line. Don't slow down. Miss the notes. Nice. Let's do it again from line 3. That was your best one yet. Again, so your tendency has been multiple times when you get to that last line, you're making a mistake, and then your next impulse is to slow down. If you make a mistake, fix it, but keep that same speed in your mind and go on. Just start the line again. Just start because the notes messed you up. But start it again right there. It's all good. Yeah, and you're still slowing down on that last line. Start with the fourth measure of line 3. And I want you to do that going into the next measure. Just those 2 measures. So you learn how to get from the end of line 1 to the beginning of the next line. Yes. Good. Do it again. Same two measures. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. Good. So you realize when you make that transition, all the action is taking place in the left hand, right, on the fourth line to start it off. So that actually gives you some time to regroup. When all you have to do is get that first note together, and then you can focus on the left hand. That gives you time to regroup to get through the rest of it without having to stop or think, or even if you lose your focus right when you get there, just remember it's a limited amount of information. You can do it and regroup. All right, let's go again, all of line 3 and 4.
One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 2 and 3.
Yeah. So you totally missed the notes though, but that's okay. Let's do it one more time. Beginning of line 3.
One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 2 and 3.
Fix it and go. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Okay,
3.
so we go 3 and 4.
Don't slow down.
and 2. Nope. 1.
Just don't. You can always fix it. You can always fix it. Don't give up. All right.
1 and 2. Wait. 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
A little personal anecdote, because you know, I'm married to a dancer and my son is a dancer. It's so interesting watching ballet, and you know, so many times in performance, especially if it's something I know and know what the choreography should be, I'm watching it and then I'll say, "Oh, you did something different," after I've watched the performance, and you know, my son will go, "No, I just forgot what I was doing, so I ad-libbed based on what I knew, and it worked out." But the point is never to miss the beat. So even though you made a mistake, totally fooled the audience, and just using your skill set to be creative for, you know, whatever it is, 10 seconds or something of lost information, and you just go on to make it work. And that's the point. Just realize you can instantaneously figure it out and move on. Let's try the whole thing now. And again, so you're going to have that density of notes on those first 2 lines with something occurring on every 8th note. Don't let that fool you when you get to line 3.
All right. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1.
Fix it and go.
2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Don't slow down. Keep it going.
And
Go.
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 1
What's those notes? Go. You're already
1 and 2
just do it. Just jump in.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
Fix it and go.
3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
What are those notes? Fix it and go. 3 and 3.
3 and 4 and
No slowing down.
and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Not bad. Not bad. You missed your right hand of, I mean, you missed some things, but I'm pointing out in particular measure 3 of the first line in the right hand, but you ad-libbed and it actually sounded okay in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it was totally wrong, but you took my advice on it, so I can't fault you too much on that.
Yeah, because I see what you're saying, because I think I try to stop too much and fix, and that never creates like the continuity that you need to keep going. So like I see lines at the end of something, like to get to like a finish line.
Right, and the other
I'm figuring out where to go from there. So I think that's why it doesn't. Okay, but I get it.
And once you think about it like this, once you begin to stop at the same point every time or slow down at the same point every time, you're actually creating a habit. And then you have to break that habit. So if you make the same mistake 3 or 4 times, it's basically a habit at that point. Now you have to contend with breaking that beyond just reading it. So there's something else to keep in mind. That's another reason why the rhythm, as long as you keep going, then your habit is always to keep going. and you always have the chance to just come back in and fix a note. So that's important. So we'll keep going here, but we'll now move into lesson 24 of the Virtuoso method with Bernard Kitchens. Okay, so let's start now. Let's go to song 8. So, let's see here. So this one will be harder from all perspectives than the last one, but it's all good. You're going to get more eighth notes. Lots of syncopation here. So that's good. Much more complex syncopation than you've had on these other songs. So we'll see how that works out. Let's start. Go ahead. There's your hand position, the right hand. Where's your left hand? There's it going to be. All right. Let's just play the right hand by itself. Don't even count. I just want you to play like, you know how like when we had the chord page, you're just going through a series of chords?
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to treat this like it's an exercise and go through the first line as fast as you can, just reading the notes. No count. Just play them as is, like boom, 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 one after another. And again, just keep doing it. Play hard, loud. And again. Keep doing it. Okay, good. Let's do line 1, the left hand only, counting.
One, wait, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
Watch your notes.
and 2.
Yeah, those are just eighth notes.
Say again?
Keep going. It's just eighth notes.
Okay. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and
Good. Again, same line.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
No, slow down. Don't slow down, because the rhythm is what will get you on this one.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and yeah, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And again, we're going for perfection. I want you to be able to get the line without a mistake, ultimately.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and yeah, that's right. 3.
Well, you missed the notes on the last measure. Start the last measure again.
Oops. 1.
Nope, nope.
Oh. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Okay, whole line again.
there we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
Nice. One more time. That was perfect. Let's do it one more time.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
No, no. Start again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. Let's do line 2, left hand only. Again, the count is critical.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
No.
Nope. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Keep going.
1 and 2 and
Nah, don't slow down. Can't slow down.
1 and
Nope.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Okay, let's think about those measures 2 and 3. Did they both have the exact same rhythm?
Yes.
Okay, the last 3 notes all come in on ands. Right?
Right.
The first one is the and of 2, the and of 1, then the and of 3, and the and of 4. So just realize and. Let's do it again. Let's just do measures 2 and 3. Back to back.
There we go. 1 and
Don't stop counting.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Yeah, but don't stop your count. Do it again. Measures 2 and 3.
1 and 2 and
No,
3.
you can't slow down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4
And.
and 2.
Again, all ands except for the first count.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
And. Again.
Wait, the first measure was right, the second was wrong, right?
That's right.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Good. Let's do the whole line now.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
And.
Or and. Okay.
Yeah, let's start again at the beginning.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
And what's that note? And keep going. Don't stop. Go.
Okay. 1 and 2.
Don't slow down. 1 is
1 and 2 and wait. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yep. Do the whole line again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yep. One more time. One more time.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
And wrong notes. Start again.
And 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. No. 1 and 2.
Don't slow
and
down.
3 and what?
Don't slow down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Good. It's throwing you because you shift your pattern. Still has syncopation, but completely different.
Okay.
Let's do lines 1 and 2 left hand only, back to back.
Line 1 and 2 left hand only. Okay, so we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Different notes on that last.
Let's listen up again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Go.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. No.
Yes.
Yeah. And 4 and 1 and 1 and.
What is it? What notes? Count.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Good. Both lines again. Goal is to get through both lines perfect. You should be able to do it because you've done them both perfectly separately, so, you know.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Start again. Wrong notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Nope, that's the third time in a row. You cut the wrong rhythm. Do it again. Get it.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Wait. Yes. 1 and 2 and 3 and no. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Good. From the top.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and.
Different notes. Start again at the beginning, and I want you to get that because you've made that mistake many times.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh.
Keep going.
4.
Go.
And
1. Fast. Go.
1 and 2. Wait. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Yeah. If you make that mistake again, if you keep your count, you can always just start at the next measure and say, all I did was miss one note. But when you stop completely, then you don't even have a chance at that last measure, right?
Right.
So don't stop. Don't let that confound you. Take one mistake. That's not bad. That's still an A. All right.
Do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3
happens is, again, because you're making that mistake in that measure, you're losing your focus, so you can't have a fresh perspective for that last measure. But even if you make the mistake, you need to be able to say, okay, I'm just starting again on that last measure. I can still get this one right. You have to be able to do that mentally. Let's try it one more time.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
That was awesome. All right. Play through the chords in the top line again with your right hand, fast as you can. And loud, play loud. You don't have to turn up the volume, just play loud. Nice. Okay. Look at line 2, measure 2. Okay. And if you look at beat 3, the red orange note in the right hand. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So you've got a red orange on beat 3 and an orange on beat 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and the left hand notes are coming in on the ands. You see that?
So, yeah, 'cause the half note starts on the and.
No, not the half. Okay. Go to beat 3 on the right hand. Play the note.
Beat 3, yeah.
Okay, now set up your left hand in red-orange hand position. Hold that note. Red-orange. Play the next note in the left hand. Red-orange.
Wait, that note.
Yeah. Now play the next note in the right hand.
And then
Orange.
that.
And then the next note in the left hand. Play those 4 notes back to back. They just alternate. Right, left, right, left.
Oh, so it goes.
Yes. So you don't even really have to pay attention to the count. It's just you got to realize all you're doing is alternating hands right there. Okay?
Okay.
All right, now go to beat 3 of measure 3 in the right hand. What's that note?
Measure 3, that.
Set up your left hand again. Keep your left hand up there. Now go to the left hand because it's going to do the same thing. So right, left again. That's it. So even though those are the most syncopated measures of the piece, it's really not that hard. Okay? You see that?
See it?
All right, let's start at the top and play both hands together. So you can go slower if you want, but try to keep it constant.
Okay. So we're gonna go slow. Hands right. So we go 1. Wait. Let's see.
Don't lose your count.
And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Don't stop counting.
Say it again.
Don't stop counting.
And
Doubt, you're already stopping counting.
1 and 2 and 3.
What's that chord in the right hand? Yep, start that measure again.
1 and 2.
Now, see, you're slowing down. You're thinking too much. Keep your count because it will actually make it easier to play this. Now, again, watch your count. Now, don't even think about the right hand. Make sure you get that left hand right before you even think about what the next chord in the right hand is going to be.
Oh, with the blue.
Okay, okay.
1, 2, and 4, and
Good. Do that measure again. Let's do it multiple times so it gets easier.
1, 2, and
Now, think about something else. You only have 2 different notes in the left hand, correct?
yes.
Okay.
To know.
That's all I got to do is come into the right spot, knowing that there is no other notes. So the only difference of notes is really occurring in the right hand. Think about that. So like on beat 3, for example, you really don't have to read the left hand because you know where it's going. You just got to focus on getting that chord in the right hand correct. That's the point. Okay.
Okay. So we go. Try it again. 1, 2,
What's that? See, you got to focus on the right hand because the left hand's automatic. Go again. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. That'll trip you up.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Do it again. Just do it again. Realize what you got.
1, 2, 3.
Just do it again. Keep doing it. Don't even have to think about it. If you mess up, just start again.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Again. Play loud.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, do it again. Just jump right in. Jump right in.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Keep doing it.
2, and 4.
Nice.
2, 3, and 4. Okay. 2, and 3, and 4. One go. 2, and 4.
Just 2 notes in the left hand.
2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4.
Keep doing it.
1, 2, and 4. 2,
Good. Let's do the next measure.
Next measure.
Yeah, no syncopation. This one's much easier.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
Good. Couple more times. Easy enough.
1, 2, and 3, and 4.
What's that last note, the left-handed? They're both going down. Go again. Both going down. Yeah, think about it. Easy enough. Do it again. Keep doing it. A few more. That was good. You almost have it fluid now. All right, now do measures 3 and 4 back to back.
Say it again?
Measures 3 and 4 back to back.
All right.
So the hardest thing is just to make the transition.
For the chord, right?
Yeah, that's it. Watch your rhythm. Start again. You can do it. You've already done it. Watch your rhythm. Remember what you had to focus on when you did it the first time through. You're slowing down, and I think it's causing you problems. You need to keep your pace. You either get the notes or you don't. You have to think about that. You do better when you keep it constant.
Okay.
Faster, a little faster.
1, 2,
Just keep doing it. Don't worry about it. Just start again. You'll get it right next time. Again. Watch your rhythm. Most important thing.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, don't stop. Do it again. Just do this measure multiple times. Let's get it back.
1, 2,
Again. Good.
1, 2.
Again, don't just, if you mess up, just start again. Jump right in.
1, 2, 3.
No. That's no struggling on 3 and 4 if you mess up. Just start again. So you're constantly doing the rhythm correctly.
1, 2, 3.
Start again. Jump right in. Jump right in.
1, 2, 4.
No slowing down.
Say again?
Don't slow down. Rhythm is the most important thing.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Good.
1 and 2 1 and
Yeah, constant rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Okay, now do both measures back to back. You can do it now. Watch your rhythm. Don't lose what you just had.
1 and 2 and
Rhythm is king.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, just because you struggle with the first couple notes of line 4 doesn't mean you have to totally slow down your count. You struggled to get the note, great. Once you got it, speed back up to the pace you just had. Don't let it drag the whole speed down. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3.
Again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Good. Wrong notes, but at least you made the transition. That's good. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3.
Go again. Don't worry about it. Start again.
2
Again. Rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Nice. There you go. There you go. Do it a couple more times.
Yeesh.
I know, I told you this one was harder, but it's all right.
1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2.
Again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Again.
1 and 2 and 3 and
Watch that chord again. Go again. Kept the rhythm, but start again.
1 and 2 and 3. No. 1 and 2 and 3. No.
You're thinking too much and you're slightly slowing down, so it means you're not confident. Who cares if you're confident? Just play it as if you're going to get it right.
Okay.
Don't bend the rhythm.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Oh.
Yes, you had it. That was it. Right notes. Don't stop.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
You slowed down. You slowed again.
Say it again.
So you slowed down on beat 3. Go. Keep that rhythm.
Okay.
I mean, I have to keep calling you out on that because I know it's gonna be really difficult to get the whole piece if you keep slowing down. I'd rather you miss the notes.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Nice. And I tell you, if you keep that count strong, you tend to get the right notes. You just do. It just happens. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Again. Strong. Count strong.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Don't stop counting. And go again. All right.
There we go. 1 and 2 and 3
delay on that 3. I can tell when you're dragging out that and.
1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Good. At least you kept the count. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Let's do the whole line now.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Count is the most important.
1.
Yes. It sounds minor, because it is.
Okay. So go 1 and 2.
Watch your notes. Watch your notes. Okay, go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and.
What are those notes in the right hand?
Say it again.
You switch notes in the right hand. You reverse the pattern. Good. Go again from the beginning.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Check I'm going.
Nah, start again. You'll get it.
Say it again.
Start again at the beginning. That was good.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Keep going. Go, 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 go. 4, 4, 4 and. 4 and. 4 and.
Wait.
4 and.
4 and.
Don't stop.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. Don't stop this time.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. Let's do measure 3 a couple more times again, just to get those transitions.
Measure 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's same 2 notes in the left hand. It's just 2 notes.
No, just going back to 2. 2 and 3 and 4 and.
Good. From the beginning.
From the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. From the beginning. Not bad.
2 and 3
Nice. Perfect. One more time.
2 and 3
Good. Missed a couple notes, but you kept the rhythm. That was excellent. Let's do it again. See if you can get it right one more time.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and
Yeah. Do measure 3 again. You're consistently missing the yellow note on beat 4. And then that throws you off. Because if you miss that, and you're usually missing it by playing the red violet, which then throws you off on getting the chord on the next measure. So you've got to correct that. Do it again, measure 3 by itself. See how you see what you did again? In your right hand, again, you went to the red violet. Got to go to yellow. I want you to focus more on getting the yellow, even if you miss the left hand. I want that to be your focus. Okay, one more time. Now from the beginning and get it right. If you get any other notes wrong, great, but get that yellow note right. Start again.
2 and 3
What's that last measure again? That left hand?
Last measure, oh,
Yep. You constantly go yellow, orange, yellow, green. So you got to watch out for that.
Okay.
All right, one more time. Whole thing from the beginning.
2 and 3 and 4
Good. Let's go to measure. Let's go to line 2. Both hands.
Two and 3 and 4. Have we done this one yet? We haven't, right?
No. But what a word to the wise. Never say uh-oh. Because you're already psychologically saying, this is overwhelming. Don't do that. If you want to say, I got this, then that's always a good statement to make.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, so it goes 1 and 2.
Watch your notes again. You're going to the high note in each hand.
Okay.
Okay.
It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And
Do it again. Good. Faster. It's easy. It's really actually easy.
Okay. 1 and
Not faster. Da dum bum 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 bum.
1 and 2 and 3.
Right, left, right, left. That's all you have to think about at the end. Right, left, right, left. Uh-huh. Okay, go. Go.
1 and 2 and 3 and
Right, left there for those last 4 notes.
Wait.
Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Those last 4 notes.
Oh, okay. So
I don't mean back and forth in the right hand. I mean right hand, left hand.
Okay.
Okay.
So go. All right. Let's go. 1 and 2 and
Right, left,
Nope.
right, left. So 1
okay.
and 2 and right, left, right, left. 1 and 2 and right, left, right, left. Think about it.
Okay. There we go. 1 and 2 and right, left, right, left.
Yes, that's all it is. Count it that way. Right, 1 and 2 and right, left, right, left.
Okay, so we go. 1 and 2 and right, left, right. Oop. Or no. Okay.
Yeah.
1 and
Now don't slow it down.
so we go 1 and 2 and right, left, right, left.
Yeah, get your right notes though. Or correct notes. Go again.
So we go 1 and 2 and right, left, right. Oh, no. Right there.
Just do the right left portion. Right, left, just to get your notes right. Again.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Right, left,
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Okay, now the whole thing again.
1 and 1.
Don't slow down.
2 and right, left, right.
Again, get rid of the hesitation.
1, 2 and right. Okay. Get the right notes this time. So we go 1 and 2 and
Good. Now count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in. Good. A few more times of that.
Okay. So we go 1 and 2 and 3. No. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Good. Again. Good. Next measure. It works exactly the same way. 1 and 2 and right, left, but count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in. And you'll get it. Good. Now 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in. Yeah. Good. A couple times of that. Watch that second note in the left hand. Left hand.
Oh, it's that note. So we go 1, 2,
No. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in.
Say it again?
Just watch your count. It's okay. You got it. Go again.
That's right.
Keep counting though. Watch your notes. Watch your notes. Left hand is what you're missing. One more. Now measures 2 and 3 back to back, since they have the exact same rhythm. Nah, don't. You're counting 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 in. Don't do that. Okay. Go, go. Pick, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Good, back to back. Try not to stop. Try not to overthink it. Just jump in. Again, you're either going to get it or you won't. You're overthinking it. Just get those first two notes and go. Again? Yeah, don't worry about it. What? Yeah, don't. Good. So the whole key is to try to make that transition between the measures. And look at what's happening. Okay, play the last note of the second measure. What's that? Orange, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the last, okay, play it. And then the left hand is what? Now you're just dropping down by one note. That's all it is. Okay? Just realize that. All right, go again. Back to back. Drop down by one. Yeah, do it again. Don't hesitate on that drop down. Even if you stop after that, at least get the first note of that next measure, knowing that you form the habit of just dropping down by one note. Okay? And don't count right now. Just don't even count. You don't need to. Don't count on these two measures. Good. You did that. What now? Just do it again and just see if you can keep going. If you mess up, just keep starting again with the second measure.
Okay.
That was it. That was it. Good. Good. Go again.
Okay.
Just start again if you mess up. No big deal. Look at that. That was awesome. Let's do it again. Really good. Play the last measure. Keep going.
Last measure.
Yeah. Easy enough. And then back and forth. Left, right, left. Yeah, and notice the last 5 notes in the right hand are just consecutive. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. 5 notes. Right? So that makes it easier. So your focus can just be on the left hand, essentially, in that measure. Go again. 3 and. You got 3 and. There's something on 3 and 4 and. There's something on. Yeah, it's again, left, right, left. And you don't even have to read the right hand because you know it's 5 consecutive notes. Okay?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Yeah, all you do is get that last note in the left hand. Go again. That was much better.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
Ah. Go again. Yep. Go again.
1 and 2 and 3 and...
Ah. You got to get a pause there in the right hand. It's going to left. Good. Again. Nice. Nope. Hardly any notes in the right hand. Four. There's something on 3 and 4 and. They go back and forth. Nice. You keep trying to make the right hand do all the work. Mm-hmm. Nice. Couple more. One more. Let's start at the very beginning and do lines 1 and 2 back to back. Keep it going. Don't stop. 3. Just start again at 3. Jump in. Don't slow down. No, you have to keep the same pace. Start at 3 and go. Go, 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 go. 1, 1. Go. There's something playing on every single count. 3. There's something I'm playing on every count. For those last 3 measures, something's playing on every single count. If you have a dead space, you did something wrong. 2 and 4. Okay. Start again on line 2. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. Something's playing on every count. Go again. Start again. Start again. Start again at the beginning of the line. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Go, go, go. 1. 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. From the beginning. Not bad at all. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. No, I mean from the beginning of the song. Sorry. From the very beginning. Oh. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. See, now you have the issue of you have lots of space on this top line that there is dead space, right? Yes. And you were so used to all of a sudden playing something on every beat. So you have to, again, figure out the differences between those two and not let that aspect fool you. Because that's what's doing it right now. It's just you have to be willing to allow for dead space and allow for active space. And just be okay with that. Start again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. Start it right there. Go, go. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and go, go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Keep going. Finish out the song. It's constant.
4 and
Go.
2.
Pattern shifts in the left hand on that one. Try that measure again.
So we got.
No. Measure 2. Start measure 2 right there.
Oh, measure 2.
On line 3.
Okay, so
We're just finished.
4 and
Go. Don't stop. The left hand is constant all the way to the end. Start it again and measure 3. Don't stop. Go. You got it. Left hand is constant. Wait, get your notes and go. Good.
4. Oh, 1, 2, 4.
Go. Good enough. Let's end it there. So at least we played through the whole song. You see that those last 2 lines will not take that much work. They're much, I mean, even though there's chords, because of the constant patterns of the left hand, you know, it shouldn't take.
It's just a matter of knowing where to shift.
Yeah. But I mean, that was great work on those top 2 lines. They are hard. And I mean, and think about this for a second. Look at where you came from really over the last 5 days is where we started this whole syncopation thing. So you've only been doing it for 5 days. And how much you struggled just reading the rhythm to begin with. You virtually have that. I mean, you're still missing a little bit, but that's good. Just playing these single lines with all this syncopation, you're getting it down. Now you're putting it together with both hands, still getting it, able to make transitions between dead space and active space. It's a lot of stuff going on. And mixing the red and red-orange hand positions in various ways. So all in all, that's a lot of stuff to have gone through. So not bad at all. So we'll leave it there. It's lesson 24 of the Virtuoso method with Bernard Kitchens. And it is December 5th, 2014.